Hi everybody. I wasn't going to make a video, but I decided that it would be a good time to. I went to my doctor's today and had my drains removed. Yay. I cannot tell you how excited I was when I heard that, because I'm so sick and tired of carrying those disgusting little baubles around and draining them and writing it down and the leaking. It was gross. They smelled bad, they looked nasty, and it's really hard to hide when you're already trying to squeeze like triple D's into a bra as it is. You're like grinding them in there to get. They're not fake, so they do move around a bit, but it was still a pain in the butt either way. But I wanted to show you the drain holes, which some of you may think are gross. They're not infected though. They are actually very good. They're still going to have some draining. They're going to be red for a while. They'll heal on their own, so they didn't need any sutures. The nurse said it shouldn't be, and the doctor also said it shouldn't be much drainage, but I should keep an eye on wearing my binder as much as possible, hardly ever taking it off, only to take a shower and a quick shower, and keep an eye out on any fluids. I also have to go to the doctor's on Thursday. I have to get my lungs checked. Today's Tuesday. I have to get my lungs checked because apparently there's some kind of weird sound. I might have bronchitis or something. It's probably nothing. But let me get up and show you my incision and the drain holes. Kind of sore today because it feels weird when they pull them out. And I really apologize if I flash anybody. But it wasn't bad as I thought it was going to be. I was really worried about it hurting. But it wasn't that bad. If you hear that in the background, that's my daughter. She hates getting baths. She throws a fit. As you can see, I have got swelling already right here. It feels really hard because that's my hip bone kind of underneath there. Let me turn to the side, see if I can get that drain hole. It's pretty gross looking right now, but it's actually going to heal very nicely. It was just irritating because I had this stitch was ripped almost completely out. I must have hurt myself apparently getting up. My incision, they said, looked excellent, that I should heal extremely well for 2 weeks. 2 weeks to the day. A lot of swelling here. Very hard. Very hard. You can you can see the swelling already because this will be flat once it's all the way down. There's the other drain hole. I went down 2.5 inches on the hips. I went down almost 3 on the actual waistline. The upper part I went down 2 inches, and I think they measured down here and it was like 2 inches also. Let me get this back on. Binders can be a bit of a pain. If you happen to get one of these, make sure you get the right size. Some doctors want them snug fitting. Some say they have to be slightly loose so that they don't get too tight and kill the skin, because apparently that's a problem with some women. They have the tissue die. I thought I had a scare very early on in the surgery with it, and had to have it looked at because there was so much odd bruising. Again, I'm sorry if I flashed anybody. Okay, make sure they are over the drain holes because we don't want that ruining my couch. Pull them down just a little bit. Pull it down. See, I'm getting really good with the binder thing, though. Alright, let me get my pants back up. Okay, so that is pretty much it for my videos for maybe another week. I might have another update in a week. If anybody has any questions about the actual drains, let me try to give you a visual here. The drain that they took out is about this long. So if you're seeing my head, it is about 2 to 3 inches on either side of my head. So I'd say about 12 inches long. It's about a finger wide. They were white, flat, had many holes in them, and they were kind of ribbed all over the place so that they would stick in, and it would be hard to rip them out. And when they ripped them out, there was like little bits and pieces of me all over it. Yummy, yummy. It wasn't too bad. Like, some people say that it really, really hurts. It's more of like a feeling, you know, as if somebody is, if you get a splinter, like a really big splinter, and you let it fester for a few days, you know, it's really sore, and you don't want to touch that outside part, but as soon as you pull that splinter out, it's like, ew, that was kind of gross, but oh man, that feels so much better. That's kind of what it is. Speaking of splinters, I'll tell you a funny story. I was doing something in one of the rooms in my house. I was painting the baseboard, which is the stuff that goes around the edges of the bottom of your walls. Well, I was painting it, and my wood flooring in there is older. It was not stained. I probably should not have been doing it in shorts. I slid across it and caught a splinter. And I'm not kidding you. This wasn't a splinter. This was a chunk of wood embedded in my leg. I went to the doctor's. The dip that, and I hate to say this about a doctor, well, she was a PA. She barely even touched me with a scalpel, like a little scratch. My cat scratches me bigger than that, you know. Oh, I can't get it out. So I flipped out. You gotta be kidding me. I want it to work its way out. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to have that stuck in me for a couple months. That's pretty disgusting. And it jabbed me. Every time I sat down, I could feel the end of it jabbing me. It was a sharp, sticky, it was terrible. It was worse than getting these drains removed. I hated it. So a couple days went by. I couldn't take it anymore, and I finally said, I wonder how bad it would be to get a razor blade, some alcohol, and slice that sucker out on my own with a pair of tweezers. It hurt, but to take that chunk of wood out of my leg, out of my upper thigh, like right by the butt area almost, it was a relief. I felt so much better. I didn't have the jabbing anymore. It didn't get infected because I used, you know, surplus of alcohol on it, which probably isn't good for you, but either way, it didn't get infected. It healed really nice. You can't even tell there's a scar there anymore. It's about 3 inches long, but it's really tiny. I mean, you can't tell it's there. But anyway, yeah. Sometimes the doctors don't know what they're doing, especially the PAs at some local clinic in freaking Podunk Redneckville, where I live. Alright, well, that's enough of me babbling. Just wanted to let you guys see everything and how I'm doing, and I hope others progress well with their surgeries and they have no complications and do extremely well with their healing process also. I won't see my doctor for a month, and I just have to keep my binder on and keep my fingers crossed that there's no fluid retention. Alright, have a good night. Bye.